Hey, you guys, I hope everyone's having a good day. I just came on to make a quick video. I'm not going to be on here long, but this is my opinion. I'm not coming here one way or another to sway anybody's opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I've been looking on different social outlets and scrolling through Facebook and other avenues, and I see all the tensions and all the confusion that's going on in regards to Mr. Floyd's death and all the looting and rioting. I don't condone violence, nor do I think that violence is necessary, but I can understand why they feel the need to do what they are doing. And that doesn't mean I condone it, but I can understand why they are doing what they're doing. And for the simple fact, we have always been we've always been taught and bred to be peaceful. You slap me, I turn the other cheek, or you hit me, I just deal with it and I pray about it and I keep moving. But it's been so many senseless killings. And not only just our black men, but our black women too. We have to acknowledge that they're being killed as well. But we've been taught to be so passive in regards to our well-being. And by us being so prayerful and passive about our well-being, we've allowed people to just beat us and brutalize us and victimize us and rape us and systemize us and just do all sorts of things to us, trying to be the better person. So I can relate and I can understand and I can feel their frustrations. Do I agree with the way it's being handled? I don't condone violence. I don't want to see other innocent lives hurt. I don't want to see buildings burned down. But I can understand where they're coming from. They're frustrated. We don't have an outlet and when it comes to our well-being. So guess what? That's their outlet. Does it make it right? No. Does it make it wrong? No. That's their way of getting someone's attention. But I'm not going to sit here and say that, I'm not going to sit here and debate whether they're right or they're wrong. That's their way of voicing how they feel. They are entitled to demonstrate peacefully. But it's time that we as a race stand up for everything, all the things that are going wrong. Not just Mr. Floyd. There have been so many killings that's going on in our communities with our children, in our own hometowns. I live in a small city called Selma, Alabama. There have been so many senseless murders in Selma, Alabama with our own children. We haven't gotten outraged about some of the stuff that's going on in our own community. How in the world can we get outraged and pick and choose on what we can be outraged about? We should be outraged about everything that's going on in our communities. We should be outraged at anybody that's murdered, anybody that's hurt, anybody that's lacking, anybody that's going without. We should be our sisters and brothers' keepers. Not pick and choose on what day of the week that we're going to be outraged. We need to be outraged about everything. Yes, Lord knows, when I heard about when I watched that video, and I normally don't tune into the news because I don't like to hear bad stuff, that broke my heart. I mean, it just tore me up to see the pain in this man's eyes. I have asthma real bad, and bronchitis real bad, and I know how hard it is to simply just try to catch your breath, to just breathe. But guess what? Our communities are not breathing when we are hating amongst one another, when we are killing each other, when we are so jealous of one another, when we can't come to a consensus to disagree and agree, but at the same time have that common respect for one another, to want to see each other do well, we can't breathe. We're killing ourselves. So I'm not saying to be outraged. We need to be outraged. We need to speak up. Do I think violence is the answer? I don't think violence is the answer. Let me tell you what will be the answer. We need to hit them where it hurts them the most. Their biggest thing is money. Money. This pandemic is going on, and only thing they can talk about is the economy. And what is the economy? The economy is money. The only way you gonna bother them is hit them where it hurts, their pockets. And guess what? We're supplying them all the money. Because we don't support our own businesses. Yes, some of these businesses, poor customer service. I get it. I understand it. But hey, what's wrong with, hey, brother, look, that representative that you got working for you, you may want to do some additional training to help them step up to par so that we can get him where he needs to be as far as customer service. That's looking out for our brothers and sisters. I'm not saying not to be outraged about Mr. Floyd. God knows I am. I am so angry, but I'm angry at it all. During this pandemic, all these people are talking about, get back to work, get back to work. Get back to work for what? To make them money. Make them money. And what do they care about your life? They don't care about your life. But yet and still, when they send us this money, these stimulus checks, and God knows I'm not telling nobody what to do with their money. You do what you want to do with your money. I'm not telling nobody nothing, and I'm not trying to voice my opinion, but this is just my opinion. We take that money and we run back out there and we take it right back to them. We have got to stop. Why can't we take our mighty dollar and invest it in us and create our own banks, create our own financial systems, build up our own black-owned businesses? If they want to mingle with us, fine. Hell, if they don't, fine too. We'll have our own instead of tearing each other down. Right here in this little city, we got our picks and chooses of who we support and who we don't support. That is so sad. So yeah, I'm outraged, but I'm outraged at it all. And I see all these posts and this and this and this and this and this. Yeah, we've been praying. And I pray and I pray. But at some point, you got to take some action. You got to get up off your knees and you got to do more than pray. Yes, God wants us to pray, and God knows I have strong faith and I am faithful. I am faithful. But faith without works is dead. But we got to be smart and we got to be sensible. We got to start thinking and strategizing together. Not strategizing to get more than the next man or strategizing, hey, I'm going to get this and outdo her. We got to get away from that mess because that's foolishness. We're going to have to come together and be outraged. But we got to be outraged and hit them where it hurts. And the most important thing is the mighty dollar. I have a lot of white friends. I have white in my family. I love them dearly. My sister is half white. So I'm not discriminatory towards no race. None whatsoever. To my white friends, I love you to death. But if you are part of the problem and you don't say nothing, shame on you. I think everybody has a role to play in what's going on in today's society. So I'm not singling anybody out. If you see it, speak up. We all got to speak up. If you see someone in distress, we are supposed to be our sister and brother keeper, regardless of what color we are. We are supposed to be our sister and brothers keepers. And we're supposed to love and help one another. So if you see it going on, if you see racism going on and you don't speak out, you're part of the problem. So my question to you guys, how do we fix the problem? How do we fix the problem? We can kill each other, but then what? Then what? We have got to start being smart about the decisions that we make. We have got to go out, exercise our right to vote. A lot of people said it doesn't make any sense. My vote don't count. That's foolishness. Foolishness. If enough of us get together and do what we need to do, and first of all, read and study your candidates before you just go in there and just say, well, Susie told me to do this and do this. Read up on them. There's a way to find out anything about anybody. But I'm not racist. I have no bigotry or no ill will in my heart. I love everybody. I love everybody. And I will treat people accordingly to how they treat me. But I will not, under any circumstances, tolerate any bigotry, any racism, any negative feedback. Because guess what? I have 2 young boys, 2 young sons, well, young men, and I have grandsons coming up. And yes, I am fearful for my boys and my grandchildren. And I refuse. I simply refuse to let someone hunt them down like prey and take their life unnecessarily. So yeah, I'm outraged. It's time for me. So I think that everybody has to be accountable for the role that they play in their individual communities. Because until we start getting our own communities together, hell, we can't go nowhere out of state and protest against something if we can't even get our own city of Selma together. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You're scared to ride around in your own city. You're scared to come out your house. You don't know whether you're riding down Highland that you're going to be on target practice. It's ridiculous. All these murders. Nobody can figure out who murdered who. Nobody's talking. Why? Is it because the people that you're entrusted to protect you, are they crooked? Are the law enforcement officials crooked? Are the people in the courthouse crooked? I'm just calling it how I see it. I don't hate anybody. But enough is enough. What I'm saying, if we're going to be outraged, we need to be outraged about it all. We need to be outraged about our children. We need to step up and stand up and take our communities back. And that's teaching our young girls, hey, stop all that fighting. Love yourselves. You don't need to be out here fighting over no man. Shut your legs. Close your legs up. Love who you are. Having sex ain't gonna make nobody love you. These young men, stop making these boys grown before their time. Teach them how to be real men. Parents, it's not the responsibility of the children to know how many bills you got past due. That's your responsibility. They didn't ask to come here. Stop putting all that pressure on them kids. Making them feel that they got to get out in the street and hustle to take care of home. Something that you laid down and created. And I'm not fussing and I'm not passing judgment. I had 5 children. Was it hard? Hell yeah, it was hard. Yes, it was hard. But not once did I make my children feel pressured to see about me. And to this day, if I'm struggling or if I'm having an issue, my kids don't know that. It's not their place to know that. I I am outraged, but I'm outraged about it all. Women, we leaving our children at home with predators. And this stuff it tears me up, because we are outraged conveniently at certain times. We should be outraged at everything that we see on this news. Everything. Anytime. Regardless of what color it is. We should be outraged, period, on every level. There is so much abuse going on in these homes. I had someone call me, I had someone reach out to me. I knew it, because I know the signs, because I've been through that. Being abused, beat on. But this hush-hush mentality that how we were raised, hey, what goes on in the house stays in the house. Stop it. It doesn't stay in the house.